thank you, Mr Speaker. Following the two previous speakers, the Greens very strongly support the Independent Police Conduct Authority and its role in the setting up of the authority, following on from the Police Complaints Authority, has been a significant improvement. There was a huge backlog under the Police Complaints Authority, many years backlog, and under the leadership of Lowell Goddard, that backlog was cleared up, and we do pay tribute to the work of people like Mel Smith, who's retired from the authority, and also, of course, Alan Galbraith. So it's been doing some very good work, and I think it is important to have that control on police behaviour, and we trust that the members being appointed to it will help very much in progressing its work, and we support the nomination of Ms Hawke Willis and the background that was outlined in public service that she has. Diane McCaskill, a very distinguished career that she has as well. The third nomination has created certain problems, not only with the Greens but more generally in the public. There's been more questioning of the appointment of Edward Richard Woods, or better known as Richard Woods, since it appeared on the order paper. And I want to say straight off that I've found Mr Woods myself to be a very approachable, very affable gentleman, and I think he would bring that great asset to the job. Sitting on the authority, people would feel quite comfortable with him, people bringing complaints, and certainly, as the Attorney-General outlined, he's a very long tradition of public service in the Foreign Affairs Ministry, different posts, more recently in Irma, and also for a period as Director of the Security Intelligence Service. But it is in that role as head for that period, 1999 to 2006, of the Security Intelligence Service, that some question marks arise in the minds not only of members of the Green Party but other members of the public, not because we shouldn't have a former Director of Security Intelligence Service serving in such a role. Of course, nobody would exclude that, but I think the question arises because it is important for the reputation of the Independent Police Conduct Authority for the public, and a broad range of the public, to have respect for the people playing that role. And the reality is that, particularly with the Ahmed Zawi saga that went on for many years during Richard Wood's tenure as Director of the Security Intelligence Service, that there was an appearance in a big section of the public that Mr Zawi was not given a fair go, and that the Security Intelligence Service resisted the very thorough, rigorous decision of the Refugee Status Appeals Authority that Mr Zawi was a legitimate refugee, and the complaint was often made that the service paid too much attention to how it's going along with that decision of the Refugee Status Appeals Authority. If it did go along with it, would be seen by other security services, bigger security services, and that's reflected in some of the SIS reports of the time. So that does create a particular problem. There is the other thing that happened during that period that was allowed to happen, that is the maintenance of Security Intelligence Service file on a sitting MP, namely myself. The exact responsibility of Richard Woods for that, of course, we can debate it, but it does create a public perception, those two issues together, that is this the best appointment at this particular time? And it's something I feel slightly reluctant to bring this up, because you're dealing with the qualities of an individual, but the Green Caucus, when they discussed it, did question his appointment. And I think from my own point of view, in creating these questions, to bringing forward these questions that are questions in the public mind, I in this case hope that the Greens are proved wrong, and that even though we're reflecting the public questioning of this appointment, we know that this motion will get through today, and in the sense that we hope that we're proved wrong, and Richard Woods will do a very good job. But because we have those reservations, we can't vote for the motion here today. Thank you.
Chester Borrow.